Today I'm reacting to Venom and Spider-Man Separation Anxiety for the Sega Megadrive / Sega Genesis. Now it got released on a Super Nintendo too. I've not played that version yet, but it's the same game. It's on its way, that version, so I'll see how that goes. It's virtually the same game. There's not any differences I'm aware of. Now, I can say about this game, it gets horrible stick by many people because they say it's just not a very good game. But I'll be honest, I prefer this game to Maximum Carnage. I prefer it. I mean, it's easier. It's more fair to the player. I mean, there's a great YouTuber who's obviously he's a better YouTuber than me. I'll say his name right now. 616 Entertainment. Hold on. 616 Entertainment. Now he reviews this game and he reviews Maximum Carnage too, but I like him. He's a great YouTuber. But I disagree with him on one thing. He says this game is too hard, but this game is way easier than Maximum Carnage. I mean, I don't know where he gets that from. I have to disagree with him on that. I agree with everything else he says. He's a great YouTuber. I'm subscribed to him, but I disagree with him on that. By saying this is a harder game than Maximum Carnage when it's not. I don't know what version he was playing, but maybe the Super Nintendo version of his game's hard. I've not played that version yet, but it's certainly not going to be as hard as Maximum Carnage, so I have to disagree with him on that one thing. I agree with everything else he does, though. He does a great review of this game, I mean. But yeah, maybe I'm one of a few YouTubers who just prefer this game to Maximum Carnage. I mean, I prefer the game. It's more fun. I can't just beat this game with both characters. I beat with Spider-Man first, and then Venom second. But I recommend you play the game as Venom because it's just easier. I mean, he's stronger than Spider-Man. Spider-Man's faster, but he's weaker. It's easy, and so it takes longer to dispatch enemies and bosses with Spider-Man. But it can be beat. But sorry, true Spider-Man fans, but you want to play this game with Venom, it's easier. I mean, he hits harder, he does more damage. Sure, he's slower, but you get hit anyway in this game. That's one thing. There is plenty of enemies. They're fast, but they're not too tough. And in this game, there's secrets, I believe, but I've never really had to go into the secrets because I've never found the game that tough. I'll be honest, I've never found this game tough. I've played the Megadrive version a few times. I beat it with Venom more times than Spider-Man. First, when I played this game, when I got it, I played it with Spider-Man first. And then when I beat with Spider-Man, I honestly thought it'd be harder with Venom, but it's way easier. I mean, he's way stronger, he does more damage. And then I beat with Venom loads of times since, and now I'm reviewing the game. I mean, now I'll have to review the Super Nintendo version so for Venom and Spider-Man's Separation Anxiety when it comes. It's in the post, it's on its way. But yeah, I bought this game for about, in English money, about £40. It's a beat 'em up. It's obviously not as good as Streets of Rage or Golden Axe, but it's certainly better than Maximum Carnage in my opinion. I mean, a lot go on about Maximum Carnage. I mean, I don't really like that game. I think that game is hard. So that's one thing I do disagree with 616 Entertainment, I think it's called. He says we have different opinions. He thinks Maximum Carnage is a better game and more fun. I think this game's more fun, Separation Anxiety. But one thing I do agree with though, Maximum Carnage has superb cover art. The red cover and all that, I mean, I love that cover art. And I love a poster of Maximum Carnage, and I love a poster of Separation Anxiety. So yeah, it's a beat 'em up, you can pick who you want, but I recommend you play as Venom because it's easier. So yeah, it's a beat 'em up, you just fight enemies and just get at the end of the game and then fight a boss and then so on and so on, and at the end of the game you've got to fight a few bosses sometimes too, and then at the end of the game you've got to fight every single boss you've already fought again before you fight the true final boss of a game. So yeah, I definitely recommend you give this game. I definitely recommend you play this game. Sorry, I give this game about 7 out of 10. Obviously, Golden Axe, you know. Streets of Rage, they're all better than this, but this is better than Maximum Carnage. I mean, in my opinion, I know many would disagree with me. I mean, like as I said, many go on about Maximum Carnage being the best game ever, one of the best games ever made and all that, even though it's so challenging. But I've never been a fan of a game. I love the cover art, but I'm not a fan of a game. I prefer this game. I'll have to review the Super Nintendo this version too. I know I'm not going to review Maximum Carnage. I beat Maximum Carnage, but I beat it. Obviously, played that before this, and I was never a fan of the game. It was just too challenging for me. I beat it, but I'd never go through it again, if you know what I mean. But this game, I would play again. That's the difference. But I'm one of the few people who will say this. I prefer this game to Maximum Carnage. Yes, this game takes out the great storyline from level to level, where you can see pictures moving and the writing and music playing in the background. Where in this one, it's just still picture writing, but the gameplay is just better. It's way easier in my opinion. I mean, it's way easier. I mean, there's health drops everywhere. You don't really need to go into secret rooms because the game's not that challenging as long as you practice. I mean, you can get used to this game. Where in Maximum Carnage, even if you know what to do, you're still going to lose lives. You'll need all them lives, and you'll need to go into secret areas because that game's way harder in this game. Where in this game, the secrets I've been told, but I never need to go in them because enemies drop extra lives all over the place in this game. All over the place. And health drops. You may lose an odd life now and then, but you'll never lose all the lives. And plus, this is a two-player game and it's passwords anyway, where in Maximum Carnage, don't matter how far you get, if you made it to the final boss, I mean, lose all your lives, continues game over, got to do it all again, when this game at least gives you a password, so it's more fair. But yeah, unfortunately, this game gets a stick. This game gets stick. When it shouldn't. I mean, like I've already said, I absolutely love this game. Absolutely love it. It's obviously no Streets of Rage or Golden Axe, but it's better than, call me crazy, it's better than Maximum Carnage. Like I've said, never been a fan of that game, Maximum Carnage. Yeah, it had the cheesy cutscenes, the storyline things at the end of a level where you can read all the dialogue, where in this it's just got still picture writing, but everything's easier in this game. The final boss is easier. It's the same final boss in both games. But it's way easier in this game. Like, everything's easier. There's new bosses you fight in this game that's not in the original game. I know the final boss is the same, but the final boss is easier in this game than he is in Maximum Carnage. Everything's easier in this game. But there's also a few extra bosses thrown in that are only in this game only that are not in Maximum Carnage, and the bosses in this game are obviously way easier than they are in Maximum Carnage. I think Maximum Carnage, everyone likes it. I just think that game's way too hard. Way too hard. But this game, I beat Maximum Carnage, but I beat the Maximum Carnage with both characters at once, because I think for Maximum Carnage from memory, you can, like, once you've completed a level, you can switch to the other character. Like, normally when I played Maximum Carnage, I started off with Spider-Man, and then I'd just play as Venom for the rest of the game, because Venom, it's easier to beat the game with Venom than it is Spider-Man in Maximum Carnage, and this game, it's easier with Venom in this game too. I thought when I first bought this game that it'd be easier with Spider-Man because he's a hero, but even though Venom's on your side, I thought Spider-Man would be slightly stronger, but he's not. So they made Venom better than Spider-Man in both games. So yeah, this game has loads of things that Maximum Carnage doesn't have. Maximum Carnage doesn't have 2 players. Doesn't have passwords. This game has both. And you can learn this game, the enemies are not too tough. And everything's easier, the boss is easier. It's not the easiest game in the world, but I'd say this game is just right tough. Maybe just right tough. Where Maximum Carnage is unforgiving. I mean, even if you know what you're doing in Maximum Carnage, you can just die. Like, I think separation anxiety, like, if you die, you will die maybe because it goes on too long and it's boring, so it's just a bit of boredness that's the reason you die, or maybe because you just mess up a bit. But for me, if you die in this game, it's your fault. Your fault. Where if you die in Maximum Carnage, it's the game's fault. Like, the game's telling you should be dead. I mean, that's the difference. But yeah, that geezer has said go and check out 616 Entertainment. Check his channel out. He does it better than me. He's a great YouTuber, but we have to agree to disagree. I prefer this game to Maximum Carnage, but he prefers Maximum Carnage, and he thinks Maximum Carnage is an easier game than this. It's not. It's not. This game is way easier. Way easier. Anyway, thanks. It's been 11 minutes today. Don't think I've done a review of this game this long, but yeah, please give this game a go. It's fun. It's not as bad as what people say it is. It's not the greatest beat 'em up, no, but it's better than Maximum Carnage in my opinion. I probably won't get thumbs up now I've said that, but too many people bang on about Maximum Carnage being a great game when I don't think it's a great game. I think it's just unfair to the player. I mean, where this game it's more fair to the player. Extra lives are always dropped. You don't need to go in secrets. I'm sure there's secret areas, but you don't need to. Unless you just suck at the game. But I've never had to go in a secret area. I'm sure there is some. Where in Maximum Carnage, even though I knew the enemies are bosses when I beat the game, I still had to go in secret areas to get extra lives, so because that game was way harder. Anyway, it's a beat 'em up. Don't matter who you play, the story's the same. It's the same final boss, the same bosses. You sometimes have to fight two bosses at once. And then it's the end of the game, and the credits are the same. Only extra lives for Spider-Man, I think they're red coloured in this game, and they're blue for Venom. And I think it's the same in Maximum Carnage 2, but I'm not reviewing Maximum Carnage 2. I could be wrong with that game. So yeah, I do love a box art of Maximum Carnage, like I love a box art of this, but Separation Anxiety is a better game than Maximum Carnage. A much better game. This game. Anyway, thanks for watching this review. Check the other geezer out. He does a great review. This you probably already have. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is a game I do prefer. Like I've said loads and loads of times already, I think you should play this game. Give it a go. It's a great game. And I'll do a short review of the Super Nintendo version of this game when I get it. But I won't be reviewing Maximum Carnage. I don't really like that game much. But 616 Entertainment, I think it's called, has other ideas. Maybe you agree with him more than you agree with me. That's up to you. But for me, this game is better. Venom Spider-Man Separation Anxiety is a way better game than Maximum Carnage, in my opinion. Thanks. Peace out.